Listen, man, when I went into the grocery store earlier today, I overheard somebody in the background. He said, what happened to all those problems he was having? You know, because niggas be talking at it all the way for the other side. Niggas be saying shit. And then I started thinking, I started thinking, I said, nigga, I was pretty fucked up. But I'm going to tell you why I stopped trying to fight people. Because it ain't no fair fights, man. I'm going to tell you, like, when we was growing up, niggas used to throw the one-on-one when you're a kid. But, nigga, as an adult, ain't nobody trying to get their ass whooped, bro. Ain't nobody trying to go to the hospital, nigga. Hospital is too fucking expensive. I'm going to say money aside, nigga. Ain't nobody trying to deal with the police problems, lawsuits, and hospital bills. That's the real shit that happens when you fight. When you catch, all of a sudden it turns into an assault case and you in court over just a fair one-on-one fade. But that's not why. On top of that, last time when I was about to try to fight somebody, I realized that the whole room was about to jump me. And I know them niggas still regret it to this day that they didn't whoop my ass at the job that day. They knew how to fuck around with me. This is when I first realized that people are using mental warfare against me. So there's a dude, he said they used to send people to fuck around by me, and I used to get mad, right? So one day I fucking snapped, right? They knew I was about to take it to that nigga. And I was like, nah, I was really about to just swing without even saying shit. And as soon as I started walking over on them, I felt everybody in the room, they started moving in. I felt everybody and I looked around and I saw them, but they was all the way on the other side of the warehouse. So it's going to take them a second to get there, right? So I stopped and I was like, fuck. They was about to jump my ass at the job, nigga. And I knew I wasn't going to be walking away too. So then after that day, I realized, man, this shit ain't even fair, nigga. That's how I was crying. This shit ain't fair, nigga. How the fuck he did? Then I realized they was all in on it. You know what I'm saying? So then, because I was never really that dumb. So then I started realizing that everything that everyone is doing is orchestrated around me. So then I was like, I ain't even gonna fight anybody. Then on top of that, there was some other shit that happened. You know, so then that's why I wound up having a pistol. Cause there was this shit that they used to do where everybody used to run up over on me. And like some niggas, you know, they still do that shit. Like, y'all niggas is not being yourself, and I knew that shit. So once I had a pistol and they knew that shit was out of line, that's why, first of all, if you think about it, I never had my pistol pulled by the sheriff at that time, because first of all, everybody was in shock, but second of all, them niggas stopped doing that shit. It wasn't until I got back in the truck and without a gun that them niggas started doing that shit again. But I had checked them niggas. Once they realized I was serious that I'd kill somebody, then all of a sudden them niggas, they stopped trying to run over on me. That's when everybody was on the edge looking at me, and then that's when you would see me standing there, because I'd pick a spot where you had to specifically run over by me. I was specifically picking spots, and then that's when they turned this shit into snipers and shit and long range. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit happened. So, that's me keeping it 100. You know, then on top of that, I kept learning and at the school and shit. So then I started articulating more shit. But you know, then once I started reading the codes, then that's when I started checking other niggas. So all that shit, like when people start trying to check me getting petty, like, oh, you can't park here, or you can't do that, you can't do that, and it just be some little small shit. It's because I started checking niggas like that. But I was really like taking it all the way, and that was like the only time I was trying to file police reports, and it was mostly all information, but somewhere down the line that shit changed. So when I was still trying to fight niggas, I couldn't even lift 220 yet. That was before I started doing all that gym shit. So once I got fit and I knew like being a martial artist, if you get up to black belt, you know, you register as a deadly weapon. Your hands are registered as a deadly weapon with the sheriff. So you can't exactly even fight anybody. You know, the discipline of martial arts is like you're not supposed to fight in the first place, right? So I already knew, even though my hands ain't registered as deadly weapons, I already knew that once I started lifting 220, that niggas, they like, he was already trying to fight us. He lifting 220 now. He's a maniac. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah. But yeah, you know, that's why I stopped trying to fight people, to be honest with you, because niggas don't play fair. And then, you know, the people that started trying to fight me, they was all bigger than me. Then all of a sudden, I'm 5'9". All of a sudden, it was some big ass 6'5", probably could lift 300-pound type niggas. And I'm like, I wasn't afraid. Like, I'm ignorant. Like, I'm not afraid to get my ass up or be killed. But it just was like, y'all niggas is so late on trying to fight me that it's like, to me, you look stupid that you trying to run over here. And, you know, so now it's like, all right, now I got my pistol, though. So if you 6'5" trying to fight me, you gonna get your shit laid down, my nigga. I'm not, you know, then after I put the gun up, right before they try to confiscate my gun. Because I'm going to tell you this, one day the sheriff showed up and he tried to confiscate my weapon. He was like, do you have your weapon? Where's your gun at? He straight up asked me, he said, I need your gun, Brian. Where is it? I said, I don't have it. So anyway, I was like, look, you can search the car. I let him search the car while I was working. And it wasn't in there. And then he was like, fuck. You know, because I already put this shit up because I saw that they changed how they was doing shit, right? So anyway, after all that shit, then I started, once it was the 6'5" niggas, that's when I started carrying a knife again. Cause I'm like, these niggas is too big and too motherfucking buff. Too much, nigga. So I'm gonna have to deflate some niggas. Cause I had a couple of these dudes actually run up on me and they really try to like, you know, they was gonna do whatever. They was gonna run me over with their car, all that shit. I survived some shit. Like, a lot of motherfuckers is thinking about how to run me over with their car, you know. But them 6'5" niggas, I had one, he was about to knock me out, bro. Like, some other shit happened, and then he was like, nigga, you out here tripping, nigga? You know, he came like to check me in the set, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit. I was like, nah, fuck all that. So I was about to walk off. He said, nah, nigga, come back here. And he started chasing me down the street. So I was like, and I flipped the knife. I was like, nah, man, nah. You need to stay cool, bro. Stay cool. And he was like, fuck. He got back in the car. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, fuck. I went home. I had to fall. That's what I called the police on that one. I was like, nigga, I'm sending this shit over. Just because this shit really about to happen. I had to tell the sheriff, like, nigga, this shit really about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, so I say basically that's why I stopped fighting. But, you know, I ain't trying to fight RDC1. I'm just fucking with him. Nigga. That's why I know y'all niggas trying to ban me from the gym, bro. If I ever get back in the gym, I ain't trying to do this shit to fight, nigga. I just like to stay fit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what happened, nigga. 9 minutes in.